Good morning, everyone. Today I'm gonna talk about why Hawaii is the best place for vacations. So, like the first thing that I wanted to address um, is why I decided to talk about Hawaii. The reason for that is because if you guys didn't know, in my last presentation, I talked about the attack on Pearl Harbor. And throughout my research, I really fall in love with Hawaii. And besides that, Hawaii is one of the places that I really want to visit. In the future, I haven't visited, but it's one of my dreams to go. And besides, I really think that Hawaii has besides beautiful beaches and a lot of touristic places. I think that the Hawaiian culture is really beautiful, and I would like to get a little bit of experience when I visit it. So, like the first thing that I want to talk about is like what is Hawaii, and some facts about Hawaii. So, according to Britannica, Hawaii constitutes the state of the United States of America. No, Hawaii is the 50th state of the United States, and it became the 50th state in the 21st of August of 1959. So, if you guys didn't know, Hawaii is a group of volcanic islands located in the center of the Pacific Ocean. So the next point that I want to talk about is how many people have visited Hawaii. Um, um, because if you guys didn't know, Hawaii is a really touristic place in which many different kind of people from all over the world visited. So besides that, Hawaii is one of the most beautiful places to visit, and that is why it's one of the best options to travel. So according to Hawaii Tourism, preliminary statistic released by the Hawaiian Tourism Authority, it gives like around a total of 600,000, around 600,000 visitors arrived by air service to Hawaii and Iceland in May of 2019. So this is basically telling us that Hawaii is one of the most common places to visit in summer. Because as I mentioned before, Hawaii is a beautiful island with besides great culture, great tourist places to visit. Um, and besides, I know have many different kind of stuff, that people from all the ages can go and have fun with. The next thing that I wanna talk about is the things that you can do in Hawaii. So one of the things that you should definitely go is the Pearl Harbor tour. So one of the things that Hawaii has is the complete tour of what happened in Pearl Harbor. So if you guys didn't know, Hawaii was attacked by the Japanese during the Second World War. You know, and it led off a lot of tragic things. And if you definitely want to check that out, because that event pretty much changed history. That event basically changed drastically how the war ended, how the Second War ended. So, according to Fly Software Tours, the tour includes an incredible Pearl Harbor experience along with the fantastic Honolulu City tour. This incredible 5-hour tour provides you with a complete story of the 7th of December of 1941, the day that launched the United States into the Second World War. So I really think that this is a great piece of history right there. So uh, people who visit Hawaii should definitely go and check that out. The next things that you can do in Hawaii is to visit the Volcanoes National Park. So one of the coolest things that someone could ever do in Hawaii is to have a tour of the volcanoes. So according to Kailani Tours, the Hawaii Volcanoes National Park is the leading tourism destination on the entire Big Island. If you like your experience on the island to be a truly remarkable one, then you'll have a tour of Hawaii Volcanoes National Park. You get the chances to see solidified lava and a whole lot of more than you can imagine. So this is basically telling that this is one of the most common things that people wanted to visit in Hawaii. And besides that, it's a whole different experience that you can't experience in any other places. So this is this is a really touristic place to visit with the family and have a fun experience with it. Um, Now we're gonna talk about like the beaches. The first thing that I wanted to clear up is Hawaii has many beautiful beaches. But I decided to talk about the Waimea Bay Beach because I'm a like a fanboy of of surfing, and that beach is one of the spots where a lot of competition in Hawaii takes place. So according to Travel Leisure, Waimea Beach plays as a host to some of the Hawaiians' top surfing competition, like the Vans Triple Crown. You can stay at nearby Turtle Bay Resort to near the center of the action. So this is telling us that basically this beach is the center of surfing, some surfing competition, in which people who visit it can have the experience of seeing how the professionals do their job. So and besides that, look at it. It's a beautiful beach with clear water. So it's definitely like a good beach to go, either with the family or with your friends or or with anyone. Well, so right now I'm gonna talk about like my opinion. Because obviously I haven't been to Hawaii. I wish I could, but just from the research that I made on the last presentation and this presentation, I finally got in the opinion that Hawaii has many good things to do, and it's a great place to visit with your family. I really like Hawaii not only because it's a beautiful place to visit, but also because of their culture and the history that that the Iceland have. And besides that, I think that this is kind of more like a personal thing because me and my grandma are great fans of a show called Hawaii 550, in which is a series about like a special police which resolve crimes in Hawaii. So that is one of the things that got me to decide why I will like to go to Hawaii. And that is because I'm a really big fan of the show and a really big fan of surfing. And besides that, I'm a someone who has lived near the ocean pretty much my entire life. So I would definitely like to go and visit. Conclusion. So in conclusion, Hawaii is a beautiful place with many different kind of activities, different kind of adventures, and I think this is key, um, in why Hawaii is such a success, because I think that it's like a mix between the native culture and like the American culture. And from what I have researched, Hawaiian people really take serious their culture, and they want to preserve as much as they can from their culture itself. So I think that is really amazing to see how these like Hawaiian people are proud to call themselves their sons Hawaiians. Um, and yeah, I think that Hawaii is a great place to visit, and if you ever have the chance to go and visit it, you should definitely go. Thank you very much. I hope that with this presentation, it will open your mind to go to Hawaii. Here are my references. Thank you.